So yeah, what are you going to show us today?
Essentially, like I said, our product really helps sales teams be a lot more targeted. So you can give us
Hmm.
different signals you're looking for. These triggers would let what lead is perfect for me. Why are they good? And a lot of our customers are traditionally B2B SaaS, different industries, from whether they're in usage-based billing and they're looking for companies with different pricing styles, whether they're in compliance, like they're marketing tools, looking for companies that have very specific aspects. So bringing those different industries together, we put some of it all together to show you how a variation of teams could benefit from the tool. So how everything starts with Loyee is, first thing we do is you need to give us your leads. Now, what most teams do is they'll go to a tool like Lucia, Apollo, SalesNav, ZoomInfo. They'll get a huge list of leads, 1,000 leads. Here's our market we can go after. And now they want to break that down. So how we collect those leads, a couple different ways. Say you go to Apollo and you get a CSV, you can give us the CSV. For a lot of our customers, they live in their CRM. We'll integrate with your CRM, pull a list directly. But in the easiest format, you can just give us the URLs of the website. So let's say, for example, here I have 30 leads. I'm going to try to sell to these today. I want to know who I go after. So you collect these leads. Now it comes into putting in the different signals. And the way to think about this is, imagine, Lizzie Demetrius, you're using this tool for your company. You just hired me as an SDR, and I know nothing. I'm coming up to you. I'm like, what am I looking for to let me know who's a good target I should go after? Whether that's something around the pricing they have, the different product models, the tech stack they use. We have a library of some of the things that our customers use, but the beauty is you can really get fully customized with it. So let's say some signals, for example, I want to look at right now. I want to know, I might be a part of an accounting software. I might help with usage-based billing. I want to know companies that are actively hiring for roles that are hiring for that exact process. So I'll make that hiring, which is where we fetch from job descriptions. And I put my different questions in, is I want to know which one of these companies are hiring for roles related to product monetization. You can add a bit of customization here too, where I want it to be a recent worry for them. You know what? I only want it if they've been trying to hire for this since January, or I only want the open roles only. And you can put any sort of questions. It can be a lot more vague on just breaking down normally, hey, is this company B2B? Or it can be a lot more specific as well, where we're looking at this company, thinking about their marketing. Are they now using direct mail as one of their main strategies? The idea is to get as granular as you really want to do. So you fill out all these different types of signals. In the final step, you can also assign different weightings based on whether it's a certain project you're running, a certain signal cadence. Some might be more important. So now, hey, if they're hiring for this, that's fantastic for me. If they're B2B, that's good. I might be able to sell B2C. So let's not focus there. And you press next step and you just give this a name. And so what's happening now is in real time, we're going to the web. So all these accounts you fetch for us, we're going to their websites, we're going towards their job descriptions, their career pages, analyzing all that information and giving it back. So what it looks like when it's done is going to be a little bit something like this. So as a sales rep, I'm going to log in. I'm going to see, first of all, I have all my leads prioritized. I know Stuart's 90, they're fantastic. I have some leads that are better, not amazing yet. I have some leads that don't really fit what I'm looking for. Either the timing's not right, maybe I'll put them in a cadence, maybe I'll watch out for them later. But then the main question and the benefit for sales teams is, yeah, it helps knowing who's a good lead. It helps a lot knowing exactly why they're a good lead. That's why when you click into here, you get a brief description on all of it as well. So for example, I want to know if they're hiring for roles related to accounting or monetization. Well, yeah, actually, they're hiring for a revenue accounting processor right now, and their responsibilities are revenue accounting, accounts receivable. Big concern people have with tools like ours as well is you give us the wrong information. I reach out to them. They say, you don't know what you're talking about. I burned my lead. So we also provide the sources as well. So as a sales rep, you can click in, validate that information, go a lot deeper. But then the idea here really being, I'm not going to message Lizzie and say, hey, Lizzie, revenue leaders hate when they can't deal with their usage-based billing, so we should talk and be super generalized. I can message and say, hey, Lizzie, I know you're hiring for an accounting processor right now, and I know on his day-to-day he's going to do this, this, and this. Well, we should talk because we make that aspect easier and we completely do those two sides. Might be interesting to have a chat. Same for a couple of the different use cases where hiring for roles doing regulatory, whether they're dealing with vulnerable customer data, whether using direct mail as a strategy, you can say exactly the reasons they are, the roles that are dealing with it, to be a lot more personalized at scale. That being said, we also make it easier for sales teams to filter down. So some things we collect on either side is their growth over time. A lot of time you might be looking for a growing company. You want to look at the tech stack they're using, where on the high level, hey, I want to know who's using AWS. Versus if you want to get a lot more granular, everyone uses Salesforce. I'm a marketing team. I want to know we're using it specifically for marketing. So now let's go in here. Let's search for Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I can choose that and I see, oh, well, here are the 6 leads that are actively using Salesforce Marketing Cloud as well. We have obviously a bit more information. For example, going down, we can always track, when their last fundraise was, who they raised from, how much did they raise, this information that might be relevant. But that's really where the first phase of our product was built on. Who do I go after? Why do I go after them? That information. Now, going to the next phase a little bit as well, what we noticed is this helps a lot of companies. They're either building outbound for the first time, they want to move up market or down market, they're breaking into new verticals, launching new products. They still don't know every single signal that's going to let them know what a perfect lead is or not. And I think traditionally the way you did that, you'd have a quarter-end review, you'd go to HubSpot or Salesforce, build a dashboard, and you kind of use a bit of gut as well, figuring out, well, we did well here. Let's try to focus on that more. Now we've built our own proprietary models as well that directly connect to a company's CRM. And what they're doing is at any given time, they're analyzing your deal. What's being qualified? What's not being qualified? What's winning? What's losing? And so versus having to do that look-back approach at any given time, you can be data-driven. So right now I can know, well, if I put the last 2 weeks, if they're selling to enterprise, if they are buying tools from tech companies, that's a lot of my close-won deals. What my competitors are doing, my high-level ICP, break it down, industry, region, size, the sources my leads are coming from. What's really working well? Towards even the more granular, when you look at different type of signals we're using, are they using AWS? Are they using OpenAI? Do they have tech-savvy founders? Those signals you're testing as well in those queries, we're tracking what's really working or not. So you can be a lot more targeted at any given moment and say, hey, we thought these 3 signals are great. We're losing 80% of those deals. We didn't think about them using OpenAI being a great signal. 70% of those deals are being qualified. We're winning 40% of them. Let's double down and focus there. That's kind of a little glimpse into the platform.
This is incredible.